Hello everyone and welcome back to Soulcreek. Don't really have anything to say here, so I'm just gonna get right into it. It's denser than I expected. The stone pathways weave between sturdy wooden huts. There are blocks and districts of various shapes and sizes. Dravonia leads me through the narrow alleyways, winding through the various shanties and their primitive dwellers. The Draconi clan harbors beast folk of all shapes, sizes, and species. I'm struck by the lack of men. Taki wasn't kidding. Males really are a rarity. The village women stare quizzically as we pass them by, smothering me with their distrust. My proximity to Dravonia is the only thing keeping me from causing a stir. I edge closer to her, unsettled by the looks I'm getting. I don't think me being here is a good idea. They know who you are. How? Word travels fast. I wanted to soften the blow of your appearance, so I spread rumors of your arrival. They know a human is among us. That's all they need to know. This is the village square. Most trading takes place here. There's a central podium of stone in the middle of an open cobblestone space, where wood for a huge bonfire has been prepared. I look around the buildings. There are signs of modern technology here and there, just like with Loken's Lodge. I can see electric lanterns and heaters haphazardly placed among the structures. Electric cables are strung across the alleys. Nestled beneath a roof of straw, two old chest freezers are propped up against a wooden wall. They're both horribly run down, and have been patched up with all manner of spare parts like a pair of Frankenstein monsters. A stern-looking tribeswoman is standing guard by them, a rackety spear in her hands. Of all the pieces of functioning technology I've seen, the two freezers seem like the most sophisticated. Whoa, do those work? The food preservers? Yes. The whole village has electricity. All the Zephyr technology here is functioning. I do not collect worthless scrap. We control the Great Barrier. That's the hydropower plant to the east. It's one of the few structures that has been maintained since the Cascade. Dravonia leads me to an open grassland, enclosed by trees and mountains. Here members of the clan are toiling in ranks upon ranks of fields. I didn't think you could farm in this climate. It has been challenging, but summer has just begun. The clan has a few different sources of food. The lake is not far from here for fishing. There are animals to hunt and ranch with. Access to electricity gives us our edge. There's also this here. She moves over to a nearby tap fixed against the wall. It screeches as she turns it, and a rough stream of water splutters onto the ground. It takes me a minute to realize what I'm looking at. Ah, you've got plumbing. She nods. Our people have access to showers and bathrooms like those used by the Zephyr. It would be interesting to see if they are familiar to you. As I understand it, your people used pipes and electricity to move heat and water around in their cities. The Auto Monks have taught us to do the same. Who are the Auto Monks? They're a... She falters. They're a cult, really. Keepers of the old knowledge who have taken a vow of silence. She continues leading me through the winding labyrinth of the Draconi settlement. The Auto Monks are secretive and guard their old knowledge jealously. They live in the Great Barrier and maintain Zephyr's structures that survive the Cascade throughout the province. But you guys control the dam, no? How does that work? It's in our territory, but the Auto Monks maintain it. I may not understand the Auto Monks, but I try to keep them happy. The Draconi make extensive use of their knowledge in return for protection. Have other clans tried to take over the dam? Tried. She doesn't elaborate. I spot a number of tribeswomen still staring at me as we walk. When I make eye contact, they turn away and avoid me. Dravonia leads me across an open stretch of grass, towards a wooden longhouse that appears far sturdier than the other structures. Here, this is the hall. It's where I conduct myself as chief of the Draconi. The buildings seem really well constructed. Our builders are talented. The hall has been here since before I was chief. How did you become chieftain? I was chosen by my predecessor. She wasn't the most beneficent of leaders. Beneficent of leaders. Were she still chief, she'd have killed you on the spot. Something she says doesn't sit right. Trifoni isn't the type to take risks with her people, especially where the Blackstones seem to be concerned. She should have killed me immediately. Relax, Alex. You seem tense. Come inside. I have something to show you. I hesitate, digging my arms deeper into the front pocket of my hoodie. I'm not sure I feel safe. These people are alien to me. This time period is a disheveled maze. I'm a stranger here, ravaged by dubious stares. For all Dravonia's hospitality, we didn't get off on the right foot last night. She's still guarding her true intentions. But what choice do I have? Like it or not, I'm stuck here. Begrudgingly, I go inside with Dravonia. It's an impressive building, well decorated and expertly furnished. Tables and benches are scattered about in rows. Its pleasant warmth washes over me. I'm quickly drawn to the lit fire trench running down the hall center. A larger throne-like seat presides at the far end. I assume it's where Dravonia sits when she holds audiences with her people. Take a minute to warm up. Thanks. I'm still not used to this cold. You'll adapt. It must be hard without fur. I put my hands gingerly against the flames and look around. There are more tribeswomen in here, eating and chatting quietly. I notice one older male here too. Coyote? Aside from Loken, I think he's the first man I've seen. That's Jax. Huh? The old-timer, Jax. He retired from his mating troop a long time ago. I feel my cheeks flush. Oh, yeah. Taki told me about the thing with men being rare. The affliction. I didn't realize how bad it was. Dravonia sighs heavily. It's getting worse, too. Nobody knows what caused it. Not the auto monks, not the black runners. Nobody. Makes sense. Nobody knows anything, you said. Did humans partake in the indulgence? I wince. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure we didn't have anything like that. I see. Well, the indulgence is traditional, historical even. In light of the affliction, it's both a reason to let loose and keep our numbers up when needed. Fertile males are becoming too few. So, we do what we must. We drink and we fuck, loudly and happily. It's the only cause of celebration most of the clans have. Imagine that. Sex being just as much a duty as it is pleasure. Will you know, me at the indulgence? Not this year. I'd rather keep my eyes sharp that night. Things can get wild. I go quiet, my forlorn gaze lazily going back to the fire. You're not expected to take part if that's what you're embarrassed about. Everyone has a choice. I blink at her. I'm not embarrassed. It's, it's great. The whole orgy thing. She seems amused by me. I'm not sure humans are even compatible with our kind for breeding. A point to ask Aeon. It would be a shame to let your race die with you. I think I preferred Taki's teasing. At least then I could laugh it off. Although, if you're to be a black runner, you've got other concerns. Oh, yeah. I guess I'll be slaughtered by demons before I can get my pants off, right? Travonia grins. You've got Loken as your mentor. You'll be fine. He's the best. You don't seem stupid enough to disobey his instructions either. Speaking of all that, I have something for you. Wait here. She pats me on the shoulder, then strolls off towards the other end of the hall. With nothing else to do, I park my butt down on one of the nearby stools to keep myself close to the fire. A polite and conscious quiet hangs over the general hum of the hall. Those who do spot me gawk like I'm an animal on display. My eyes catch onto one of the smaller tables to my left. A group of children are sat in a circle with parchment and charcoal, drawing. I'm surprised I hadn't noticed them until now. There are 6, of varying species. They're looking at me, but nervously turn away when they see me make eye contact. All except one. A boy. The only boy. He's a white-furred tiger with black stripes. He has huge green eyes that are locked onto mine, wide with childish wonder. Smile. I smile at him. To my surprise, he grins back and gives me a happy wave. At least someone doesn't think I'm a freak. Travonia stomps back over to me. I go to stand, but she pushes me back down. Don't get up. Here. She thrusts a sizable roll of paper into my lap. What is this? This is a map of Alayla, the province we're in. Loken got this map from the Auto Monks. I imagine he'd want you to have it. I spread the map out before me. It's quite crudely drawn, but I'm able to get a rough idea of what I'm looking at. Alayla, how big is it? Smaller than you'd imagine. It takes just over 2 days to cross the entire province. Those darker areas are the black zones. Gods, Alayla is totally surrounded by them. Whereabouts are we right now? Here. West of the Great Barrier, where the Auto Monks are found. That's Bleakstone, a sector of Zephyr ruins. It's where Loken has run now. It isn't too far. There's still good salvage in that area. Is it dangerous? All black zones are, but Loken is among the best. He'll be fine. This is the Spine. It's a corridor of treacherous mountains and the only safe way in and out of Alayla. These are all other clans? Only the sedentary ones, yes. There are 4 larger clans that settled in Alayla permanently, but many dozens of nomadic clans come and go. I recognize the Windshield clan. That's where Loken's visitors this morning came from. These marks inside the Black Zones are the largest of the Zephyr ruins. They're the best place for Black Runners to go looking for salvage. My eyes wander over the Black Zones, a knot of anxiety forming in my gut as I see the extent of them. Devil's Crag. Loken said he found me there. It's the most dangerous place in Alayla, supposedly, but full of old technology. Any Black Runner foolhardy enough to run there always returns with hefty bounties. How many Black Runners are there? These days, not many. Most are attached to clans. They sell their skills out in exchange for supplies or accommodation. A real waste of talent. A Black Runner's place should be with their clan. No, most aren't. I guess it are. Whatever. The Riptide clan here has 4 Black Runners attached to them. How come? You guys only have 1. Soon to be 2. But the Riptides are the biggest clan and best avoided. They're not friendly? Their chief, Caius, has some progressive ideals. A tyrant through and through. You sound like you've had dealings with him. Giovanni goes quiet for a second. That's not a story worth telling right now. I scan the map for more points of interest. What's that? A mountain. It's never been explored. How come? It's not in a black zone. It's cursed. No one has ever returned. Ah, got it. Keep the map, Alex. Logan would have meant for you to have it. I still don't know why he thinks I'm Blackrunner material. I'm a nobody. Logan disagrees. He thinks you have something to offer. Aeon will give us some answers as to your origin. And after that, you'll pick up a new path. Just let it fall into place. She gets up to her feet. You can find your way back to Loken's lodge alone, I presume. I blink at her, surprised. You trust me enough to go alone? I'll admit, you don't seem dangerous, so I'm trusting Loken's intuition. Besides, you're far too small to be a threat. I chuckle, amused. Yeah, thanks. I know the way back, I think. Thanks for the tour. Good. Then she hesitates. Her brow flickers at me. I catch a subtle weighing of judgment behind her eyes and frown uneasily. I'm not sure I like the look you're giving me. You should go and explore the village for a while. By myself? Walking back to the lodge by myself is one thing, but this? Yes, get familiar with the women of the Draconi. That's not a good idea. Did you see how people were looking at me? You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. If Loken wants you as his acolyte, then I expect you to walk among us. That means being seen and treated as a Draconi. So go, be seen. Her logic doesn't add up. I'm immediately suspicious. Why am I still alive? Dravonia scowls. I'm sorry? Why am I alive? You said your predecessor would have killed me on the spot. You didn't. Why risk it? How many times do you need to hear it? Loken invoked his right, and he believes... No, you wanted to keep me around before that. What gives? She glares at me for a moment, then smirks. Sharp little thing. I have my reasons for keeping you. Your only concern right now is to acclimatize yourself to Alayla. You won't manage that sitting on your ass. Go. Take advantage of my trust and be someone, Alex. With a final pointed look, she turns her back to me and heads off down the hall. Almost immediately, someone else grabs her attention. Looks like I was right about her having an ulterior motive. The thought of wandering the village alone as I'm stalked by leering faces is an unpleasant thought. I know I've got to get used to this place, but alone? Now? With a resigned sense of apprehensive dread, I get to my feet and meander to the exit. The morning sun has hidden behind a blanket of muggy cloud. Feeling the cold once again, I tuck my arms back into my hoodie pocket and look around me, just shivering and wondering what to do. I look to my left and spot a pair of tall feline women ogling me anxiously. They turn swiftly away and shuffle out of view. I'm starting to get used to people doing that. I'm totally alone here. Well, almost alone. Looks like it's just us then. It's not so bad. I think their reactions are reasonable. Imagine if you were back in Zephyr times, surrounded by humans. Suddenly, a beast thing like Loken shows up. You'd be cautious of him too. I suppose. At least they know I'm a human. Taki thought I was just a furless rat. The more they see you, the less of a threat you'll seem. Besides, we need to learn the layout of the land. Let's go get some data. You really love data, don't you? What's not to love? It's data. It's everything. I get the feeling Dravonia will reprimand me if I head straight back to Loken's lodge. With a brisk step, I amble back through the village. Here, I'm exposed to the daily hustle and bustle of the industrious Draconi clan. The streets are alive with activity. There are traders calling out their wares, builders maintaining their ramshackle huts, and farmers toiling in the fields. You wouldn't think there were any horrifying black zones or demons lurking in the mountains all around us. Everyone seems perfectly content. You know what's interesting? Listen to all the voices. How many dialects can you hear? It's so diverse. The people, the different species, the different accents. I wonder how it got so varied. Maybe the black zones cover everything else. I wonder what makes Alayla safe. People must have come here to get away from them. Do you think I'm really the last human? Not enough data. I couldn't say. You're not the only one. Nobody else knows either. The apocalypse just disappearing from all living memory is mad. I bet they don't want to remember either. We're talking about a world-ending event. That kind of trauma could destroy generations of identity. So where did the worship of Zephyr Salvage come from? It means something to them. Hope, maybe. Trauma can't erase a person completely, just bury them. I grumble mournfully. Weird question, but how am I hearing all their accents through your translations? Do you really want me to lecture you about sociolinguistics right now? I don't even know what that word means. Are you flexing your throbbing AI brain at me again? Consider me aroused. I'll give you the puny human brain version then. It's magic. Whoa. All right, smartass. At least I have a physical brain. Sorry, Alex. Can't hear you over all the magic. Wee! Smartass. I continue to wander through the settlements until I'm back in the village square. The anxious tribeswomen distancing themselves like opposing magnets. Amidst a tempest of noise and activity, someone calls out to me. Excuse me. At first, I don't realize she's talking to me. The idea that one of the tribesmen would actually want to talk to me is unexpected. Excuse me, human. Sorry, I don't know your name. Startled, I spin around. One of the tribeswomen, a mouse, is approaching me with her hands clasped anxiously behind her back. I'm drawn to the signature rounded ears on either side of her face and the cute cone of her snout. Yeah? Hey? I've no idea how to address her, but don't want to come across as rude. Sorry, I know you must be busy, or... Are you? Are you busy? Sorry. The mouse fumbles her sentence. She seems nervous, but at least she's actually trying to talk to me. My name is Mia. It's lovely to meet you, human. She bows her head. I awkwardly do the same, wondering if it's some kind of Draconi greeting custom. I remember seeing Loken do the same with Travonia and Taki. Alex, nice to meet you too. Sorry, I shouldn't be bothering you with this. I frown. What could she possibly want with me? It's okay. What's up? You're the new acolyte, aren't you? Loken's acolyte? How do people already know about that? Sort of. I only just got here. I'm not clear on what's happening. Ah, I see. Well, it's okay. I can ask Loken instead. Is he available? Not right now. He'll be back after dusk, I think. I'm really curious about this now. Did you need a black runner? I mean, I'm only an acolyte, but I could pass a message to Loken. Oh, sorry. It's probably a waste of your time. I just thought, since black runners have wit, that maybe I could ask you something? If it's not too much trouble. Sure. What's up? Well, I made a trade with one of the other villagers yesterday. I gave them a pile of freshly sewn linen and 2 chickens. That seems like a lot to trade. It is, but it was worth it. In return, they gave me a Zephyr relic. Well, you can imagine I was thrilled. Man, these people's reference of salvage is really odd. They said it was functional, only I can't quite figure out what it actually is. I was a bit skeptical, but they assured me the Zephyr hunters use these to track game all the time. They said it would be easy to figure it out. Do you have it with you? With a chirpy bounce, she withdraws something from her pockets and holds it out to me. I take it and have to hold back up a baffled gawp at what I see. It's just the plastic casing of an old shotgun shell. Absolutely ancient and decayed beyond all use. I pluck the shell between my fingers and hold it in front of my face, squinting. It is literal garbage. I'm just not sure how to use it. This isn't a Zephyr relic. It's trash. Oh, trash? It's not salvage? It's just plastic. I mean, this is an old shotgun shell. Shotgun? Ammunition for a weapon. I suppose it was used for hunting, but it's like having an arrow without a bow. It's so old it would never work, even with the right gun. She had to have been swindled. The seller told her it was functional technology. I'm actually annoyed on her behalf. This is exactly what Bite said could happen. These people have no idea what the value of this stuff really is. Who sold this to you? His name is Barrow. He buys a lot of Zephyr salvage from traveling black runners. Let's help her. Help her how? We'll go give Barrow a piece of our mind. Come on! What? Is your software on the fritz? Can't go around stirring up trouble. We don't know these people. We're Loken's acolyte. These are his people, so if we help them, we're also helping him. This is like totally none of our business. It is our business. It's Black Runner business. Dravonia will be happy too. We can earn her and Loken's respect in one go. I do feel sorry for her. She seems so friendly, just taken by the same strange veneration of this Zephyr as everyone else. And Bite makes a good point. Earning the respect of Dravonia is important. Hey, where does this Barrow guy live? I could talk to him about this. Oh, really? That'd be wonderful. He lives in the hut just opposite the hall with the chimes and the skull on the door. You can't miss it. Alright. Mind if I take this? I hold the shotgun shell up. Of course. Thank you so much. I can see why Loken chose you. I blush. I'm just doing my part, I guess. I'll be in the village square at my stall. I have eggs if you want to trade. Sure. Thanks. Let me handle this first. She gives me a nervous smile, then watches as I turn and head back towards the hall. Hey, isn't this exciting? We're like Zephyr detectives. You don't think we're getting involved where we shouldn't? Of course not. Dravonia said the tribeswomen see Loken as an arbiter. He helps people. We can do that too. It doesn't take me long to find what I assume is to be Barrow's hut, home. It's pretty small and run down. Even for someone my size, living here would be unpleasant. This is such a dumb idea. These aren't my people. I shouldn't be getting involved in their affairs. Just as quickly as my resolve wavers, I feel it reform with renewed strength. No. I'll prove to these people I'm just an ordinary, decent human who means no ill will. I will not let this place beat me. I will not cower from it. Time to put this wit of mine to good use. I bang my fist on the door several times, feigning confidence in myself. No turning back now. Hello? Anyone home? There's a clutter as someone moves around. The door scrapes open. A grouchy creature with graying fur, sullen brows, and bloodshot eyes steps out. He's about my height. He just stares at me, withered throat rumbling in distaste. Hi there. He continues staring wordlessly. I can't quite place his age or his species. Sorry, I'm new to... Loken's new pup, hmm? He's got a gruff, blunt voice that grinds unpleasantly on the senses. Yeah, that's right. I guess you heard the rumors. You ain't normal, boy. I scowl. I'm certain he's either drunk or high on something. Not exactly, I suppose. I'm human. Humans are dead. Well, I'm not. Got salvage? Salvage? Yeah, trade. No. Fuck off, then. He goes to shut the door. I step forward. Wait, you're Barrow, right? He grunts. I hold up the shotgun shell. Barrow looks at it, then at me. He doesn't say anything. Do you recognize it? Nope. My eyes narrow. Do you know Mia? Ain't seen her. But do you know her? Nah. Scans indicate 97% probability that he's bullshitting you. Yeah, no kidding. Does he look high to you? No, but I'm seeing physical symptoms that could indicate long-term substance abuse. Barrow tries to shut the door again. Hey, wait. You traded this thing to Mia for linen and livestock, right? Nope. You're clearly lying. Yep. Man, this guy is something else. Well, you know that this is total junk, right? You traded it anyway. Salvage is salvage, boy. But this isn't worth anything. Nah, you're wrong. It's literally just plastic. Don't care. Deal's a deal. Fuck off. Before I can stop him, he scraped the door shut and slammed it in my face. I don't hear him shuffling around inside, so I presume he's still at the door listening. Fine. I'll take this to the chief. She'll be thrilled that you've been swindling her people. That does the trick. The door gradually opens again. Barrow steps back out. This time, he looks at me different. He seems droopy and glum, despondent even. Look, got told the same shit story myself. Just trying to make me losses back. So someone traded this stupid thing to you as well? Yep, some black runner. Came here last month, the cheetah. Had them black spots. Did you get her name? Forgot it. I wonder if Loken would know who that is. Look, I get that you got caught out by this as well, but you can't go pulling the same con on others. Now, even more people have lost stuff because of this stupid thing. Why didn't you just tell Loken? He'd have helped. Don't want nothing to do with that scabby mongrel. I frown. You got a problem with Loken? Not your problem, boy. Whatever. Don't want the chief hawking her bullshit at me. Tell Mia she can have her cocks back. And her linen? Whatever. I hold out the shotgun shell to him. He stares at it. There's no mistaking the look in his eyes. Bleak, tired, and dispirited. Don't want it. Worthless. But... leave now, boy. Once again, the door is crudely pulled shut. I'm left baffled and a little shaken. That was... odd. So this is what Loken has to deal with. So much for everyone in this village looking up to him. There must be some history there. I bet this isn't the first time Barrow's gotten into trouble. I begin making my way back to the village square to find Mia. I can't believe Mia agreed to trade with him in the first place. That guy was an asshole. Yeah, I guess I just, what's wrong? Did he seem kind of sad to you? I'm not good with emotions. They're all the same to me. I hum quietly to myself. I wonder what Barrow's story really is. With the job done, I make my way back to the village square to find Mia. It doesn't take me long to find the mouse. I'm surprised, however, to see her already speaking to Taki. I thought she'd been sent to find Aeon. Does that mean he's here too? I might finally get some answers. Alex, you're back. Hey there. Good to see you up and about, rat. It's Alex. Is Aeon here? Can I see him? No, not yet. Gonna get here tomorrow, hopefully. He's real keen to meet you. Yeah. Not as keen as I am to meet him. Good thing the old bugger is easy to find. His stubborn mole don't like moving around too much. Don't worry, rat. If anyone can tell you what you are and where you come from, it's Aeon. Hey, so you met our Mia already, did ya? She slaps a hand on the mouse's shoulder and squeezes it. Mia grins, seemingly accustomed to Taki's behavior. Our best mouse, legendary chicken farmer, this one. Really knows her way around a fat cock. Taki, honestly, you've no tact. What will the human think of us? That we put our mouths where our tits are. She points a finger right at me. Seriously, rat. Mia's a precious lady. You mess with her, I'll have you hung, drawn, stuffed, and turned into a wine rack. I'll wear your furless cock round me neck and bash people in the jaw with it for a laugh. This is like the third time you've threatened to chop my dick off. I think I've figured out what caused the affliction. Ha! Maybe I just got a thing for disembodied cocks. I should hang them on the wall when I fuck. You don't have to be like that, Taki. He's been great. He's helping me with a problem. Taki's stout ears twitch. Her interest chord struck. That right? What trouble you causing, rat? I wish she'd stop calling me that, but I suspect asking her to knock it off would just make her double down. I guess I don't really mind the way she's jostling with me. Her teasing actually makes me feel a little more at ease. Some trouble with a guy named Barrow. Oh, what's that waddling fuck knuckle done now? I show Taki the shotgun shell. Taki frowns at it. The fuck is that? Shotgun shell. And that is? You black runners all talk utter bollocks. It's just trash, okay? Barrow was trying to trade with it. I told him to return me his stuff. He's agreed. Oh, wow, thank you. Thank you so much, Alex. Don't mention it. I'm still going to tell Loken. There's more to the story than I thought. Of course. Thank you. If you ever need anything, please let me know. I'll be sure to let the rest of the village know you're a friend. Hey, good on you, rat. We need more like you getting shit done. What the hell are you doing here on your own anyway? Wandering about, getting to know people. You off your rocker? You shouldn't be skipping around without an escort this early. You're the last effort. Might as well slap a dinner bell on your bollocks and see which clan fancies a human steak first. And you're fucking injured and all. Didn't Loken punch a bunch of stitches in you? Giovanni suggested it. Taki shakes her head disapprovingly. Pause it for a second. I don't remember if I read this line. Taki shakes her head disapprovingly. Yeah, well, the sun won't always shine out on her delicately sculpted ass. Taki, you're terrible. That's whatever, Mia. I'm first guardian. I can say what I like. I'll say it to her face, too. How'd you think I got the job? Come on, rat. I'm taking you back to Loken's lodge. You gotta rest that gash of yours. It's fine, really. I've taken Donnelly for the pain. Ha! Unlucky. Did you throw up? I snicker. The puke would have added some flavor. You never know, still time. Get your butt moving, rat. Taki shoves me playfully by the shoulder to get me moving, and then waves goodbye to Mia. See you around, Mia. As soon as I've walked right back to get some shut-eye, then we're catching up proper. I look forward to it, Taki. It'll be good to have a catch-up. Mia gives me a final smile and a wave. It was wonderful to meet you, Alex. Yeah. You too. Let me know if you need any more, Black Runner stuff. Of course. I hope your wounds heals quickly. Give Loken my best. I smile as I watch her leave. Man, she's really nice. Seems the Draconi aren't all so bad after all. As we're heading to the edge of the village, I notice almost everyone we pass greets Taki by name. Many hold their hands out for her to clasp in passing, whilst others bow their heads in respect. People really like her. Although I'm not surprised, since she's very charismatic. I actually feel quite safe around her. I mean, I guess I feel safe around Loken too, but in a different way. Even if he's staggeringly awful at communicating. I'll need to find some way of getting to know that hound. You good? Huh? Taki addresses me out of nowhere. You're just real quiet. Everything good? Sorry, just thinking about stuff. I'm kind of overwhelmed. There's a lot to get used to, and... Hey, I get it. Your whole species is gone. Must be lonely. We exit the village and march back up through the forest towards Loken's lodge. To be honest, being the last human doesn't feel like a big deal. All I really care about is finding out who I am and where I come from. I really hope Aeon knows something. Did you not have no family? If I did, I imagine they're gone. I must have had parents at some point. Or did I? I could have been built on a factory line for all I know. Maybe grown in a lab. Ain't never know mine, never will. How come? She blows a raspberry and dismisses the thought. Who the fuck knows? I was raised by the caretakers. Skip learning math and join Dravoni's warriors instead. Lucky me, I get to deal with shit like Barrow for my whole life. He seemed high when I saw him. Taki grunts. Yeah, guy's hooked up on Dawn Sugar. On what? Dawn Sugar. It's a drug. Take a normal Dawn Lily and give it to the right people, and they can turn it into Dawn Sugar. They grind it up, mix it with the right stuff, cook it up, dry it out, and then boom, you got Dawn Sugar. Gives you a real fierce high, like skipping through clouds. Stuff is proper addictive though, way worse than regular Dawn Lily. Use it for any decent amount of time, it'll fuck you up for life. There's a real seedy trade going on for Dawn Sugar. Folks can get almost anything for a small patch of it. Nowadays, only real decent Zephyr salvage, straight from Black Runner, will get you a few ounces of Dawn Sugar. I groan in understanding. That explains why Barrow was collecting so much Zephyr salvage. Aye, the trade for Dawn Sugar. Why doesn't Dravonia outlaw it? She sorta has, but it doesn't stop folks from producing the stuff. Since you can't cook Dawn Sugar up without getting caught, folks do it in black zones. How do they survive out there? Taki rolls her eyes. They often don't. There's no clans to lay down the law in the zones, so some folks sneak into them for other reasons. Raiders use them for shortcuts through Alayla. Criminals do all kinds of crazy shit in them. Some clans exile folks to them. Of course, most people who go into black zones just straight up disappear. Nothing you gotta worry about, though. You got Loken to watch you back. Soon you'll be as good as him. We exit the forest and begin winding back up through the vertiginous path to Loken's isolated lodge. How dangerous are the black zones? Giovanni told me they drive people insane. I mean, if people sneak in there to cook drugs and take shortcuts and stuff, they can't be that bad. Taki stops mid-step and stares at me. Well, it's sort of true. Folks do sometimes lose their fucking minds if they spend too long in there, but not always. I ain't never been in one, so I couldn't tell you. Loken said he had 2 acolytes before me. Did they both die in black zones? Oh, that. Well, not both of them. One of them did, yeah? But that weren't no one's fault but his own. It won't happen to you as long as you keep sensible. And what happened to his other acolyte? Look, stop thinking about all that. Just focus on resting up. Make sure you can walk proper before you think about running. So, you've never seen a demon either? She stops dead. Her cheery expression dies. What? Ah, you serious? Yeah. Sorry, was that a bad thing to ask? She looks past me, then avoids my eye. Nah, right. Ain't never seen one. Best ask Loken that stuff. Keep me out of it. She carries on walking. Her demeanor towards me has changed completely. She doesn't say another word for the rest of the stroll back. It doesn't take long. Loken's lodge is only 10 minutes from the village. Here you go. Get in there, get that mud's heater working, and rest your cut up. You ain't doing anyone any favors by walking around flapping your folds like a virgin at an indulgence. Alright, fine. If Trevoni asks, yeah, relax, rat. I'll tell her where you are. Now go. I want to get some fucking shut-eye. Been riding all night, I have. Alright, go sleep. I'll be alright. I know you will. Later, rat. She barely acknowledges me with a nod before turning around and strolling briskly back the way she came. Once I'm back inside the lodge, I shut the door behind me and shiver. I was hoping it would be warmer inside, but the cold hasn't gone anywhere. There are still a few pieces of firewood left from last night, but I don't know how to start a fire using rubbing sticks like Loken did. I seek the refuge of the electric heater again. It whirs steadily to life as I flick it on. I sit cross-legged as it starts roasting my cheeks with hot air. Surprisingly powerful, this little thing. I'm already exhausted. I notice the pain in my side has mostly gone, so the Donnelly I took must be working. Could it be making me drowsy as well? Taki was right, I should be resting. But I can't rest. I can't relax. The same unanswered questions are still rolling around in my mind like stones. Where have I come from? Where's Bite come from? How's he in my head? What am I? Now there's a new question. What are these demons everyone seems so freaked out about? Javonia was ready to imprison and execute me because I couldn't prove that I wasn't one. Bite and I have been running our evil robots theory, and I don't see any other explanation. Hey, Bite. These demons, they must be controlled by some malevolent AI of their own, right? It could be a single AI controlling all of them, or each unit could each be an individual sentient program. Most likely, it's the same technology that created me. Just promise you won't turn evil. It's tempting. By the sound of things, there's two big differences between me and those demons. I'm not restricted to black zones, and you're in my brain, in a microchip. Do you think the demons caused the cascade? Maybe I knew about them before I lost my memory. A thought occurs to me. If I have encountered them before, could I still have memory data of them in my subconscious drive? You mean deeply encrypted memories? I can do a manual scan of your subconscious drive to check. Yeah, try it. Let's see if there's any mention of demons anywhere. Alright, initiating scan now. You know, Loken is probably the best person to ask about these demons. Loken barely likes to string 2 words together. Can you imagine how that'll go? Hey Loken, what's a demon? I put on my best Loken voice once again. A demon is a demon. And what do demons do, Loken? They do demon things. And what are demon things, Loken? Things that demons do. Alright, I admit it. You do a good Loken. Still scanning your subconscious. Your brain is a real mess. Yeah, I never got around to dusting in there. Har, you and your sarcasm. Hey, you want to see? See what, my brain? Like, with my eyes? Sure, you can help me search. Here, look. Whoa. Neat, huh? This is... What am I looking at? Part of your subconscious memory. How are you doing this? I'm converting the raw encrypted data into a comprehensive format, then putting it in a heads-up display for you. Isn't it beautiful? So much data. I love it. Wow, you really love data, don't you? Don't you? There's nothing more satisfying than a perfectly compiled, sequenced, and categorized information. Computers are weird. You just don't appreciate a good, hard set of concrete measurements. You sound pretty good and hard yourself right now. Ugh. Hilarious. Anyway, let's focus. Everything you know that's attached to the world of the word demon is included on every level of your subconscious. So if there were actual demons in your past, this is where we'll find them. We'll probably get a lot of results back. You should pick a second keyword to go alongside demons, just to narrow things down. Try Ilela. These mountains? Okay. That's weird. No matches. Meaning? Assuming all this data comes from before the cascade, then it means the word Ilela is a post-cascade term. Let's just search for demons and see what we get. There were 17,462 results. Ouch, that's a lot. That's pretty small, to be honest. Let's see. We've got results for demons in religion, occultism, literature, fiction, mythology, and folklore. I've got all of that on my memory drive? Wow. That's the indicator of a well-lived life before... even if we don't have any readable memory data of it. Okay, so let's try demons and occultism. Alright. Etymologically, none of your memories have concrete definition of a demon. Certainly nothing indicates they were ever real. It says here that the most common definition is that they're non-human, separable souls or discarnate spirits which have never inhabited a body, but are capable of entering relations with mortal races. It doesn't sound anything like them. So whatever these creatures are, I've never encountered them before? You know, this could just be a translation issue. Demon might be the closest word our language software has to whatever these people actually call these machines. Well, while we're here, can you see anything about beast races? I certainly don't remember them either. We could check on some of the archives here. Nope, nothing. No memory of beast races, or any other humans for that matter. Just you and I. Do you see anything about what might have caused the cascade? Not really. How about the affliction? Nope, nothing on that either. You really are a blank slate. Alright, let's give it a rest. We tried. Got it. Bringing you back. Bite? Why is it evening now? How long were we in there? About 7 hours. What? Damn it, Bite. What if Logan had walked in? Sorry. I didn't realize your human brain would suffer a time dilation. Luckily, Logan hasn't returned yet, but the heater has been pointed at me for 4 hours. I'm sweating. I need some air. I flick the electric heater off and make for the exit, deciding to leave the door open to let some of the muggy heat out. That's better. Never thought I'd be thankful for some of this cold air. I tuck my hood down to let my head feel the chill. The sky is getting steadily darker, and the more distant mountains are starting to blend with the dusty clouds. Taking care not to irritate my wound, I lower myself down onto the grass and sit, elbows on knees, with my gaze on the horizon. Soft, whispering wind gently ruffles my hair and kisses my skin. I hear the occasional bird song amidst the rustling woods. The sting of the cold feels gratifying now. Its sharpness has become soothing as the evening settles. I shut my eyes, just taking in the sounds and the smells, that of wet moss and pungent wild grass. I have to admit, it's nice here. I can definitely see why Loken might have chosen to live here, away from the village. It doesn't seem he'd enjoy the exhaustless bustle of the clan. It's been like a surreal dream since I woke up. It's not quite a nightmare, but it's not a comforting fantasy either. I don't want to think about it all right now. Just in this small moment, I have this view. It's enough. And that's where I'm going to call this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.